you said that Sushant was made an outcast. Who made him an outcast?
I am referring to people that Sushant was referring to. He is clearly telling his audiences during his last release. So when he was completely broken and mentally fragile, Mahesh Bhatt, who is Mahesh Bhatt in Sushant Singh Rajput's life? Why not call his own father or his mama, chacha? But it seems that some people very conveniently ignoring to see this.
You are saying, Kangana, that all of them in their different ways made Sushant a target.
I call it a murder because I do feel abetment of suicide. According to Section 57, it is as much of a criminal offense as physically killing one person, you know.
Let's start by, you said that Sushant was made an outcast. My first question to you is, Kangana, who made him an outcast? You know, Sushant, he was an outstanding mind. He made it big in the TV industry and in Bollywood. Those who disagree with you say that if he was an outcast, how would he have made it big? You spoke about how he was systematically sidelined, systematically insulted in the industry. Who are you referring to, Kangana?
I am referring to people that Sushant was referring to. First of all, if you see his few Instagram interactions with few people just before his murder happened, he is clearly telling his audiences during his last release called Son Chidiya, he's begging them to see his film. And he's saying, these people, I'm not from Bollywood, and they will throw me out. They will make sure that I don't work in this industry. Please watch my films. Please support me. Otherwise, I will be destroyed. I will be ruined. Now, I want to know that why cops don't see this obvious framing when somebody is himself expressing such a threat to him. So, well, we all know that the kind of situation he was in. Yes, of course, he was bright in every field. He was physics Olympiad winner. And if had he taken the Stanford scholarship, he would have been a huge scientist today. Who knows? But in film industry, he has been absolutely bright. But they are threatened by only bright people. They are not threatened by mediocrity. So how systematically his career was killed, they are the Mumbai police is very conveniently calling up people like, say, Sanjay Bhansali, or summoning me, or taking statements of Shekhar Kapoor. But why aren't they calling the real powerful people? I feel he was systematically brought to a point where he did not see.
Explain the word systematically. What do you mean systematically?
Systematically, when there is a big production house like Yash Raj Films, and when they have joined hands with another like Dharma Production, because they are childhood friends, and they systematically work with each other, in sync with each other, who to promote, who to demote, who to destroy. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that they were very much clear from the beginning that, oh, this guy has to be killed. No, but doomed, yes. People like Mahesh Bhatt. Now, Riya Chaturvedi, Chakravorty, in her interview, she has her statement to police. She said that Mahesh Bhatt used to come and counsel him. His first assistant has written a big letter about how he used to counsel him. So when he was completely broken and mentally fragile, Mahesh Bhatt, who is Mahesh Bhatt in Sushant Singh Rajput's life? Why not call his own father or his mama, chacha, or say his directors? He has no business in his life. He's going there and he's telling him, these are his first AD's words, that you are not drifting, you are drowning. Like Praveen Babi, you will drown. So there is this whole, like Abhishek Kapoor. Now, his interviews also in public domain. He said that Sushant Singh Rajput his death was a complete dismantling of a fragile mind. He too said that. So I do see it here. It's very evident that when Aditya Chopra decided to boycott him, Karan Johar came into the picture mysteriously and decided to declare him the biggest flop ever. And then his people like Rajiv Masand, who called him a rapist, who called him a drug addict, aren't they accountable for their claims? Today, right now, they should say, Who was giving them this kind of information?
One
Because
minute. Just a minute. From listening to you, Kangana, I have a feeling that what you're saying is that there was a systematic attempt to break Sushant. A systematic attempt to break Sushant. And I remember to mock him, to demean him, to isolate him, which some people can say it's social behavior. But what you're saying that no, this was not happening, this was not each thing in isolation. You are saying, Kangana, that all of them in their different ways made Sushant a target. Do you think Karan Johar made Sushant a target? Because, you know, there was this interview in which he was doing this interview with someone, and he said that, I don't understand these long motivational quotes some people put out whenever they post a picture. Now, to be very straightforward with you, Shah Rukh Khan puts out motivational quotes, and the same group goes wah wah. But if Sushant puts motivational quotes, he was mocked, and there was also a section of the media mocking him for doing that. And Karan Johar saying that I don't understand what he does. You are talking about Mukesh Bhatt. I think he said that Sushant is turning out to be Parveen Babi. You know, trying to say he was a very quote unquote, you know, very patronizing, Kangana. He's a very disturbed boy. The word that was used by Mukesh Bhatt was, he was not there while talking to me. Almost trying to say that Sushant was mentally in a strange place. And then they underline these things saying there was something amiss about him, something wrong. And then, of course, I'm going to be very direct. There was the Coffee with Karan episode in which Alia Bhatt ridiculed Sushant by saying Sushant Singh who? Are you saying all of this was planned, plotted? Because all of them are trying to say now, no, hey, listen, we were just having fun. We were just mocking a little bit. We were not part of a conspiracy. You disagree with that?
You tell me one thing. This may look very abstract, but from my experience, I'm going to tell you my experience with them and how in sync and how planned they are. So when I rose to top position in 2016, everybody knows that I gave the biggest blockbuster any girl has ever given, you know, after Tanu Weds Manu return. Suddenly, I signed 19 brands. I think that was the maximum for any girl ever had, you know, in 2016. Now, suddenly, my ex from 2013, where we've broken up in 2013, he comes and he does a stupid case on me. Now, whole nation thinks, wow, that's a bit weird. It's not weird. It is not weird. It is very strategic. So what happens is that all these multinational companies or national companies, they have a clause. Any artist or any brand ambassador, if they have a case running on them, they will have to drop them. So my revenue of whatever I was getting of crores, my investments were according to all the brands dropped me. Of course, that case didn't go anywhere, but all the brands dropped me. And then what happened? I had made some investment thinking of considering those contracts. I was in big trouble. So nothing happens for no reason. Everything is very much well planned. And then they started to claim, you know, she's a man-eater, she sends her nude pictures, she is mixing her blood, she's a witch, she's a diamond rolled into one. So just like 2 days ago, when I was just a beautiful girl being persuaded by many men, suddenly I see that maybe marriage is not an option for my life. So, you know, and career, Karan Johar goes to London School of Economics. Openly, that is in public domain, please see, openly he declared that Kangana should leave the film industry. And you know what happens? There are applauds there. There is hooting there, and people clap when I was fighting for nepotism. So a human being is made of three things, na? My emotional life, my social life, my career life. What else is there to a human being? Everything you choked, everything you killed. I can't get married. I don't have no financial future. You are telling in London School of Economics and people are hooting. Don't you think the thought of suicide would cross my mind? He said that it's okay. But there were students in London School of Economics studying there. They clapped. There was roaring applaud when he said she should leave this industry. I asked her to get out. She should get out right away. These are his words. I'm quoting him. So
What did you think when that happened? What was your resolve when it happened? When that happened, when you heard about it, what was your resolve? What was your impact?
Well, my resolve was what Sushant's resolve was, that, well, Karan Johar doesn't like me, it's okay. But what about people? What about people? So when Ali is saying he should be killed, he must be thinking nobody said anything. People saw that episode and it had huge TRPs.